Welcome everyone to SRCA Lightning Cup Championship. We are live from Pocono International Raceway, about to get set to go 60 laps around this famed racetrack. Coming into tonight, we can get a look at the points. It's very close on top of the board. Right now it is Alex Huffman currently leading the standings, only just by a few, over Brian Swafford, who is 79 points back. Of course, both of them have 0 wins. Victor Volley comes in here, and Tommy Gossett, the winner last week after leading a ton of laps, jumped up 5 spots last week up to 4th. Tyler Ashley jumped up 1 spot. He is now 5th. Sterling Smith, Cody Dipster both losing some spots, back to 6th and 7th. Then one of the biggest movers so far of the season, Justin Winters, has picked up a couple more spots here. He is now up to 8th with Darren Bruce, who is currently up 5 extra spots to 9th, and Sean Williams right there with him, tied for that 9th position as well. So very much looking forward to this race. A little bit different type of racetrack, a big racetrack. Take a look at your weather. 93-degree temp. When we came in here, that track temp was at 87 at one point, and it has been above the 90s for a long time now. So we'll see how that plays a factor here out on the track for these guys, especially with this new type of package. It's been very interesting, very close racing. Something we are normally getting used to seeing now in these cup cars. We're seeing it here continuing at Pocono as well. At the moment, you see Victor Valley on top of the board with a 50.941. And Justin Winters right behind him, a 59.49. Tommy Gossett, a 59.91. And Mikey Neal back with a 51.028. So we'll see how all this plays out for a lot of these guys. There's a couple guys in here I'm interested. We got a big field here tonight. Right now we are setting at 25 drivers, and we'll see if that continues here. We will have a new broadcaster here in the booth probably next week, hopefully. We'll have to wait and see, but Derek Pemberton dealing with some personal things. He's not going to be able to make it for a couple weeks at least, so we'll be bringing in someone new with us in the booth, and hopefully going to be getting him set up here shortly. Anyhow, 2 minutes left here in practice. One of the key things here, turn 2. Remember, this track only has 3 turns. Turn 2 going to be one of the fastest corners these guys face all night. You can see right here how close the draft package will be. We're watching Nate Stewart in that 13 car, riding right in front of him. I'm not really quite sure who that is. It looks like Robbie in the 9 car. But one of the biggest corners we're going to face here at turn 2. We'll be sitting here in just a few minutes as they head down Long Pond straightaway. A very long stretch here. Pocono is one of them racetracks where it tends to get spaced out, so I'm kind of anxious to see what this new package will do here in this race. But here's turn 2. You see very going to lift little at all, as that is the tunnel turn coming out of it, into turn 3. And we'll get a look here at it as well. So you hop on board. There you go. Turn 3 here at Pocono. Very interesting hearing the throttle being worked. And there you go, off turn 3 and across the start finish line. So we'll see how this all plays out. We got about 50 seconds left here in the opening round. Well, I guess we can go ahead and say final practice, because it's the only practice these guys are going to get. Go ahead and let me know in the chat who will be the winner of tonight's race. Tommy Gossett coming off a big dominating victory last week at Rockingham. And honestly, Victor Volley, who we see on top of the board right now, winner of the last 3 out of 5 races. Winner of 3 of the first 3 races he won. Daytona, Atlanta, and Iowa. Then it was Caleb Eisenhower who won at Dover. And Rockingham, it was Tommy Gossett who was able to pick up the win. From here, we're going to head to Sonoma. So this schedule will get very weird here over the next couple weeks. Sonoma, Michigan, Talladega. Very much looking forward to Talladega or Sonoma. And also, we'll be doing a little bit of something different just a little bit here as the practice comes to an end. We'll be back here again on Friday for the trucks. They will be running at Richmond and then Sonoma as well, and the Canadian Tire before we head to Talladega and Eldora. Very much looking forward to Eldora race. I don't get to broadcast a lot of dirt races, so very much looking forward to that. So there we go. Get ready to go. Qualifying is officially underway. 5 minutes qualified, so you got to go right now. You can't really waste too much time here if you want to get both laps in because of how long it takes to get around this place. And sorry about that. But yeah, we'll see how this all plays out. Have my Facebook because we would do live stream on Facebook as well. I have that up. Probably should have muted that, but my fault. Watching Joshua Nelson. Oop, there we go. You can see the speed he carries here. Getting ready to head into turn number 3. And he will start his green flag lap here for Pocono. See if we can hop on board, maybe get a ride. Hitch a ride around this long straightaway. One thing is, you're going to brake late here into 1. You're going to start braking right about now. You see where he's braking at? That's exactly where you want to brake at. Try to get that car to the bottom. Don't want to get too much of the apron. You'll go around, but looking good so far as he exits turn number 1. Down Lone Pond straightaway. Get ready to hit turn number 2. And the tunnel turn. You're going to let off just a little bit going in. You hear it right there. You blip the gas and back on at full speed. And there you go. And then turn 3, one of the trickiest turns also on the circuit. I like running the middle groove here. Some people like diving it to the bottom. It looks like that's what he's going to do. Got to be careful not to get that rumble strip. Sometimes that will send you around. And he's going to cross the start-finish line and will be our first qualifier to put down a lap. 52.02, and Spencer Madden going to jump up. Robbiati currently out on the track. See what he can do. One of the fastest guys in here, week in and week out. Comes in here as he works off turn number 3. And he will put down his first lap. Actually, this is going to start his first lap. So while he's doing that, we'll hop over to Justin Winters. Coming in here, picking up spot after spot, week in and week out. Showing an 8th right now. Does have only 1 top 10, but no top 5s. But still able to do solid. Looking at a 11th place back at Rockingham. 9th place the week before at Dover. 15th, and a 17th. So definitely looking for more top 10s. But he is able to compete right now as he's going to put down his first lap. And we'll hop back over. Actually, that's going to start his qualifying lap as well. So we'll hop back to Robbie, who is currently about to put down his first lap. Trying to beat a 51.032. And he almost does it. Jumps up to second, but not quite. Last week's winner, Tommy Gossett, coming around turn 3. This will start his lap. Tommy's sitting 4th in the standings right now. 2 top 5s, 2 top 10s. Does have 1 DNF so far this season. But he's only actually had 4 starts. So, coming off a win last week. Led 90, how many laps was that he led? 93 laps. Only 1 incident in that race. As you see him slamming the brakes on. Wasn't liking what he's seeing, but unfortunately for him, this lap not going to count. Victor Volley out on track, currently 13th. We'll see if he's able to get this lap in. I don't think he's going to be able to. He will not. So, wow. Our fastest qualifier not going to be, our fastest practice driver will not be on top of the board. And I don't know if anybody else is going to be able to get their laps in. 16 seconds left. Justin Winters coming through turn 2. And Jonathan Roberts working on Lone Pond. I don't see it. Looks like John Houston, Robbiati going to be leading us to the green flag. And yeah, that's going to do it. John Houston's going to pick up the pole award here tonight from Pocono. We'll get a look here at your standings or the grid. This guy's grid a little bit different here. at Pocono. And I wish all tracks would actually grid this way. There you have it. See how they're all lined up? Hopefully these guys have a clean and green race. Nobody likes doing caution laps around this place. It's actually pretty brutal because the track is so big. But one cool thing about this is just the way they grid up. I've always been a fan of iRacing actually doing that. They didn't do it for a long time, but I'm glad that they got it working now. You see up front right here, John Houston going to be leading us off from the grid in that Chevrolet Camaro. Actually, a lot of Chevrolets. We only have one Toyota. Is that what I'm seeing? Only one Toyota in this race and only 1, 2, 3 Fords. Wow, that's surprising. But anywho, we'll be rolling off here very shortly. We're just waiting on everybody else to grid. And we'll go over the grid, of course, after everybody does hit that grid marker. The restarts and all that good stuff, the initial start is where it gets very interesting because they tend to fan out 3, sometimes 4 wide here on the front stretch, and it's going to be interesting to see if that happens or not. Can cause problems. Hopefully it don't, but sometimes it does. Waiting on one more driver, it appears. A couple more drivers to grid. And we will be set to roll. And I think we're just waiting on one more. And hopefully he grids. If not, and he did not. So, got 25 drivers going to be taking the green flag. 26 are in the race. Not sure if he's wanting to start in the pits or whatnot. But there you go. There's a little bit of a look at how they pull off the grid. It's pretty neat. Let's get a look at our grid starting lineup. John Houston, Robbie Otte going to be rolling off P number 1 and 2. In row 2, we got Austin Edstorm and Alex Huffman, Lana Deerold, Andrew Cardinell, Nate Stewart, Michael Overstreet will be rolling off in row number 4. Row number 5, we got Spencer Madden and Tyler Ashley in that 83. Brandon Young, Mikey Neal will be rolling off in that number 29. Victor Volley, your fastest in practice, alongside up-and-comer who has been working his way up in both series, Justin Winters. Darren Bruce, Dustin Schwingle. Keep your eye on both of them guys, both always fast. Cody Young, another fast driver, Jonathan Roberts. Joshua Thomas Nelson, Tommy D'Angelo will roll off in row 10. Zachary Latimer and Brandon Nelson. Tommy Gossett going to roll off in 23rd. Going to have to drive for the back, last week's winner. And Demarius Hickenbottom, Brian Swafford, and Cody McKinney. And Christopher Lewis will roll out in 27. I thought we only had 26, but we do have 27. Well, here we go. Looking back, you can see a lot of cars here. Hopefully these guys keep it clean and green. I would love to see this many cars finish a race. It'd be awesome. Working through turn number 3, the nerves are building up as we get set to go green here from Pocono Raceway. The SRCA Lightning Cup Championship is green flag. We are racing from Pocono Raceway. John Nelson not going to be able to lead Robbie Otte across the stripe. We'll see if he leads him back around through turn number 3 once we get back around. You see all these guys, look at that. That is absolutely insane behind him. Fanning out 3 wide right here. Michael Overstreet, as here comes a good look at all the guys. Oh, that's a lot of cars coming into turn 2. Got to be very patient now as they work into turn number 2. Back up towards the front. John Houston able to slide up in front of Robbie. Robbie going to duck down to the inside now. Trying to take away this top spot here on lap number 1. Don't know if that's going to work. And the high side going to pay off a little bit as John Houston able to defend that spot. Coming out of turn 3, Robbie Otte going to hit pit road. That is a penalty for getting to the line before the leader. Very interesting there. I believe that is a stop and go penalty on him. we go. Battle for the 4th position. We're going to call this third. Lana Deerhold, a 3-car battle here. Trying to hold back Nate Stewart and Alex Huffman. Here we go. That number, is that number 8 on the side of that car? Either way, there's Nate Stewart in that 13 trying to get around Landon on the bottom side. Did I say 13? I apologize. And we're going to get back single file pretty fast. A little bit further back, Justin Winters now getting a little bit of a problem here, getting passed by a couple cars. Dustin Schwingle and Tommy Gossett both going to go around. Tommy almost getting a little bit of a bump. Actually, he is going to put the bump on the 47. The reason why, if y'all are wondering, Tommy's normally not number 1, but he is the champion from last season, and that is why he rocks the number 1 this season. Nate Stewart back inside the top 5. Brandon Young battling out. Young right now up on that high side. You see that red car right there? That is Nate Stewart. Actually, I apologize. That is Andrew Cardinale in that number 22 Chevrolet. Everybody's so far clean and green as we got almost car getting out into the wall. So that everybody know Robbie Oddie is down and away. Do got one car currently 1 lap down. Brandon Nelson in the 968 car. Tyler Ashley getting passed by Mikey Neal. That is for 12th place. There we go. Deerhold looking to take away second from that 88 of Austin Edstorm. This league continues getting bigger and bigger each week, and I am thrilled to be a part of it. It's actually love broadcasting these guys. They always put on great racing throughout the week. They do run multiple series. They also have an open wheel series and an IndyCar series. Got one car dropping to the apron. Not sure who that was. Maybe just break a draft. But here we go. Nate Stewart and the 8 going to make contact. It's going to send Alex Huffman. Woo, what a save. Check this out. Contact. Huffman does a great job. That's awesome. Don't tell me he wouldn't be good at dirt racing. We stay green. It's a 94 going to come up on Cody Young. Cody getting into the wall. Brandon Young, I apologize. Caution's going to come out. This will be a big one. Car is going to go everywhere. Just slam your brakes on and hold your breath because you ain't got nowhere to go. As caution number 1 comes out here on lap number 5. It was a 94 of Lana Deerhold actually getting into the side of Brandon Young after he went down when that apron's not very friendly. You see it right there. And a 54 tried to do everything he can to hold it up there. And unfortunately, that's what happens. I'm counting 4 cars, 5 cars. Not sure who that was in that red car, but he was able to make it through. Let's see who that was. 74. Let's right on board with him. Jonathan Roberts. See what happened here. There's the wreck happening in front of him. He sees nothing but smoke. And he's just gonna let off the gas and just cruise through it. Good job for him making it through that. As we're going to work caution number 1. As Brandon Young made some contact with Lana Deerhold. That was for second as well, and unfortunately, Brandon going to be way back in the pack now. See that car right there? A lot of damage on it. So it's going to be interesting to see if people hit pit lane. I would probably guess we would definitely see it. Remember, these guys do run stages. I believe it's... I'm not sure exactly what the stages are tonight. I apologize for not knowing that. I believe it's 20. Pit road's open. Takers coming in. Will we have anybody stay out and get that lap led? Looks like everybody's coming down. Lucky pass going to go to Brandon Nelson. Don't want to give up field position here. That's how critical it is. See the race off pit road. John Houston. Going to be close here. Not going to win the race off pit road as a sense of Spencer Madden deciding to take 2 tires. We'll see how that plays out. We'll be right back right after this. From Pocono.
The Porsche.
Safe race tonight, guys, and of course, it'll be safe. I'm on a video game, so I pray for a great and fun race tonight, guys. I pray it's all
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Tyler, you had someone ask about you in my chat, and as soon as they did, I saw you bounce off the tunnel turn wall.
Welcome back to Pocono International Raceway. About to go back. I don't know why I keep saying international. But Pocono Raceway about to go back green. Spencer Madden, John Houston on the front row with Austin Edstorm, Nate Stewart, Alex Huffman, your top 5. We are working on caution number 1 here. We're happening around lap 5 when it was the 56. Oh, I'm sorry, not 56. The 54, Brandon Young, and what number was it? A 94, I do believe. Is that what I'm thinking of? Landon Deerhold? Yeah, 94. Landon Deerhold made contact and caused a big one. And I was sitting there looking. I just happened to glance on Facebook because we broadcast on Facebook and YouTube. And I noticed Tommy Gossett live streaming Outlaw Gaming. Very, very good streamer. I will give him that. He knows what he's doing. I've watched him a couple of times now. And it got me thinking, I would love to do a radioactive for these guys because I was listening to them talk. And there's some interesting conversations going on between Tommy and a couple other guys about that current wreck that just happened. It'd be very cool to see it. There probably wouldn't be a lot of friendliness the following week after, but pretty interesting stuff. Anyway, working through turn 2. About to go back green here in just a moment. And I kind of want to do something a little bit different when we set to go green. I want to hop on board. Let's see, we got 23 drivers currently running. I'm going to hop on board around like, we're going to hop on board with Cody Young once we go back green, because I want everybody out there that don't iRace or anything like that to have an idea. Actually, let's hop on with Tommy D'Angelo. I'm trying to see who's up on the high side. Yeah, Tommy D'Angelo. We'll hop on board with him. So we'll go ahead and do this now, and I want to give everybody an idea of what it looks like to come green flag here. As pace car does get ready to drop down, we are back to green flag racing here, and a little bit of a laying back there from that 15 car. It ain't going to help him too much, but we are back green flag here from Pocono Raceway. And Tommy right now running in the 14th position, started back in 20th. There you go. There's an idea where these guys running. This is going to be a problem. I see some tire smoke happening up in front. Not sure who that was able just to save that. It was right here. It looked like Robbie. Yeah, that's who it was. Right here. We're passing him now. And what a pass. And what a save by that number 9 car. He's always shown talent. We've seen that plenty of times through him. Darren Bruce right now trying to get around him as well. As you see up front. Some big wreck happening here. Caution flag going to come out. Spencer Madden. I had a bad feeling about them 2 tires, and it looks like he may have had some help on this one. And going to sling it around. Let me see if we can get a far chase. Look at this one. It looks like he actually came up on the 88. You see the old tires just not going to pay off, man. That's something you cannot do here. Asphalt track really never works with 2 tires. And actually, let's get another look at this. Did he actually get help from that 88 car? You all be the judge. I'm watching that line above it, and yeah, he came up a little bit. Definitely came up. You see the that seam, that dark line right there in the middle of the track. You'll see the 6 actually come above that line. And that's what caused the wreck, and around he went. And it is a multiple car crash as cars driving through the grass and all that good stuff. There's just some sparks flying. There's the cars going through the grass. Everybody else does a good job of avoiding that. But unfortunately for Spencer Madden, he's probably going to be done. And what hurts him the most about that was the fact that he came in here decent in the championship standings. He was right there in the hunt for the top 10. He's on 1 point behind 10th place. He came in here with 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, only 1 DNF and 4 starts. So last week he finished 12th and then 24th at Dover, where the DNF did occur, by the way, and then a 5th and a 7th. So not the way he wants to be, and going to have some cars coming in. Definitely the 88 going to come in, we know, because of the damage he had on the car. The rest of these guys probably going to come in towards the back of the field. And you have nothing really to lose, so why not come in and get fresh tires? And let me see, do we have a wave around? Don't think we have a lucky dog this time. We do not, so this will be kind of a quickie yellow. We may try to pull in one of these guys here in just a moment. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Let's look at some of these paint schemes. I always like taking a peek. There's John Houston. And just so you guys know who these guys are, in case you're new to watching. Nate Stewart running the Mountain Dew Amp Energy. That's a kind of like a throwback now, I guess we could say. Allen's Body Shop, always being ran by Alex Huffman. Big fan of this car. Not really a big fan of Kevin Harvick top sponsors, but I am a fan of the front of that car. Andrew Cardinale, Zachary Latimer, I believe. One Sim Motorsports, number 31. Chevrolet. Dustin Schwingle, always running the White Zombie from TI Racing. JR Designs, that is Jonathan Roberts. Use Your Melon. I believe that is a Ross Chastain paint, I believe. Tommy D'Angelo. Then we got the 9 of Robbie. You see the scrape marks on the side of that car. Sawhorse on the side. Next Level Racing's Cody Young. Good driver there, running in 10th. Started in 10th as well. Currently back to 11th right now. It hasn't updated yet, but is in 11th. Tyler Ashley. And 12th, once again, hasn't updated since the pit stops have occurred. Fastest in practice with a little bit of damage. Victor right now, winner of the last 3 of 5 races. Demetrius Hickenbottom doing a nice job keeping the car clean. They are up to 9th, and I believe that is the only Ford. Actually, there's 2 more other Fords. 1 Ford actually running. Currently up to 13th. 94 Landon Deerhold. Seen him had a little bit of an issue earlier. The 27 Darren Bruce. Christopher Lewis, TI Racing as well, I believe. And the rest of them you can look at yourself. Nice looking paint scheme, kind of like a Chase Elliott top. Tommy Gossett doing a good job on basically just keeping the car clean. One thing I like about him, he knows what's going to happen early. Spencer Madden Spider-Man, that is a new paint scheme that he actually made for tonight's race. Spider-Man Homecoming. Or, is it Homecoming? Far From Home, that's the name of it. Michael Overstreet, you can see the damage on that car. And then Brandon Young. Lap 13 of 60, about to be complete. Here from Pocono Raceway. Once again, give me your picks on who you think is going to win this race. Still anybody's game at the moment. I started looking at Tommy Gossett's stream just now, and one thing I enjoy about watching him race is that he got an idea in practice. A lot of guys use practice just to hot lap, but he got an idea in practice of how the race could go because these guys run a lot of pit parties and stuff like that. But one thing I've noticed about him is he lets things develop in front of him. He's not going to push it too much. He tries to avoid the wrecks, and that's usually how he gets these good finishes. It helps a lot. It's definitely a smart idea. So we'll see how it works out for him in the end. Double it back up. So one thing we could take away from that caution that's a 6 was 2 tires not going to work. There we go. So I'm thinking this number 31. I've kind of got him. I've been watching a little bit. Zachary Latimer. I kind of like him. So we'll see how he does. Over the course of the race. Here we go. Working through turn 3. About to go back green flag. Remember, these guys do run stages. So we'll see what happens. Pace car about to drop in. And this is a quick green flag once the pace car drops. Usually it comes out as soon as it does. And green flag. And he went really early. I can't remember the rule on that, but he definitely went early. I think you'll have to go whenever. But yeah, I definitely know you are. So anyhow, John Houston going to be able to take the lead, clear that number 13 of Nate Stewart. Battle going to be for second with Alex Huffman trying to take away that spot. We'll stay in this camera. And working off turn number 1. Huffman may have a run here. Down Long Pond straightaway. Not going to be able to happen. John Houston maybe giving up his lead on the outside of Nate Stewart. He's going to clear him going down into turn 2. Watch from that 8 car. Not going to happen. Nate Stewart trying to lead these guys away. We'll jump back just a little bit. I seen Tommy Gossett moving around back there. Not sure what happened. Here you go. He is working behind Austin Edstorm. I think everything's okay. Nate Stewart going to get his first lap led here at SRCA tonight at Pocono. Cody Young working. Trying to catch up anyway to the Mary's Hickenbottom. Here comes the 94. Landon Deerhold with a big run around the outside. And he's going to make that pass. Zachary Lattimore to the inside of Andrew Cardinale. Maybe going to make this pass through the tunnel turn here at Pocono. Not going to be able to clear him just yet. Actually, maybe lose this spot. He's going to fall back to 6 as Robbie Ottie's able to take that spot. Robbie's actually maybe trying to jump up and take another spot as he works on a Cardinale, working out of turn number 3. Down this long straightaway. We'll see what happens. Sometimes you'll see these cars wiggle back and forth, and if you're new to that, all they're trying to do is break the draft. And these cars get a ton of it. Robbie actually on that last pit stop did take 2 tires as well. He's made it work so far. One car, couple cars smacking a wall, including, looks like Cody Young going to flip up and side down, and a caution flag comes back out. Hard contact to the inside wall, back to the outside wall, and that's what brings out the caution. And I'm going to guess that that's probably going to end his knot. He has blown up, it looks like. So his knot probably done. Whoa. I like how he's trying to steer the car while he was up in midair. That's interesting. I don't know how close he was at getting this 88 car. About clipped him. Car actually looked really good until this happened. Oof. Officially dead. The number 25 Cody Young kills the inside wall. And it looks like he has probably done for the night. Definitely going to be multiple damage repairs on that car. As we wait to see if a pit road opens. Which it should. Caution number 3. So this is interesting because these guys ain't really had a ton of cautions. This is the most they've had in quite a few races, I do believe, so far. Anyway, they're on track to break their season record, which is very interesting. Last week they only had, I believe it was five cautions at Rockingham. And multiple guys going to stay out, come in. Nate Stewart going to lead this lap as well. It looks like the Alex Huffman, Zachary Lattimore, some other guys. We'll check on pit lane anyway. Here we go. I like to call that a couple of these guys did make to come in and get that tires. We've seen how important tires was. Some 2 tire stops. Interesting calls. I think a lot of this is due with the stage. So, we'll just see. Stage points are that important in this league. race off pit road. Andrew Cardinale with 2 tires stop. Then John Houston, Robbiati, Dustin Schwingle will come out in 11th. Alright, we'll take another break. Come right back from Pocono Raceway. We work caution number 3 here from this huge raceway.
Between April and September, 40 drivers will compete for over $100,000 in cash and prizes. Expect to see tight, close quarter racing with some of the world's best sim racers all battling for pride, prizes, and of course, the chance to be crowned the inaugural Porsche Esports Super Cup champion. The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
About to go back green here at Pocono Raceway. We are live with the SRCA, Sim Racer Club of America. There you go, there's everything they race. Lightning Cup Championship, the SRCA IndyCar Series, the SRCA Pro F2000, and the SRCA Super Truck Challenge. We broadcast that one. But the rest of it, very interesting as well. We'll be back again live this Friday night. We will be racing live from Richmond International Raceway from the Truck Series. That is a straight points battle. There is no chase or anything like that. It is just straight points. Here we go. Set to go. Green flag. Pace car is going to pull down. We are set to go. Green flag. Green flag out of the air. As Nate Stewart going to be able to lead us across the stripe. And behind him, it's all kinds of crazy. Tyler Ashley leading this little group of cars. Actually, I'll take it back. Victor Valley actually leading this little group of cars. And Mary's Hickenbottom right now getting a little shot for Robbie Yachty. Robbie currently in 7th place. Hickenbottom's done a good job. Up to 6th now. Going down into turn number 2. You know, Demarius Hickenbottom hasn't had the greatest of luck as of late. Been multiple crashes. Most of it, they just couldn't afford. He just couldn't afford. Or couldn't avoid, should I say. Only 2 starts this year in the Cup Series. Does have 1 top 10, however. We're staying with this battle right now, trying to hold on to 10th place. 4 wide behind them. And that might not work out great. It does for now, as John Houston made it 4 wide. 3 wide right here with Tommy Gossett. On the bottom, some dirt gets kicked up on the track. And here they're going to fan it back out. 4 wide once again. And now back down to 3 wide. Hickenbottom's going to drop into that lane below to try to get around Tommy D'Angelo into turn 1. Comes to run out also with a big run. He's going to look to make it to the inside. 3 wide. We could be seeing some close racing here. Get ready to hit it too. Making a little bit of contact there with Dustin Schwingle. Is that 1 car? Able to get to the inside and able to clear both of them cars and able to move up now to 8th place. Tommy with a great pass there on all them guys. Landon Deerhold now trying to do the same. Working on Hickenbottom for 10th place. Able to get that spot for now. Back up towards the front. You see the draft trying to be broken. Nate Stewart, Alex Huffman, Zachary Latimer. Do not count out that 31 car. Oh, this could get ugly. Contact with the lead. Oh, I don't know how Stewart was able to stay off him. Oh, contact once again with a 31 as we're looking at 3 wide for 2nd place. This is a 4-way car battle between Huffman, Latimer, Audi, and Stewart. Latimer trying to hold on to 2nd. He's got his hands full now with that 9 car to his inside. Going through turn number 3. A little bit of a rumble strip there. Got to be careful not to get too much of that. You'll go around. Got kind of a breakaway here. About 5 cars. Andrew Cardinale mixed in with this as well. Cardinale able to try to take away 4th. He's going to take it away as caution flag once again. Going to fly on the track, and I'm going to be honest, I think that was the end of the stage. It was. That is why it flew. So stage 1 winner going to go to Alex Huffman. Here from Pocono. So congratulations to him. We're going to try to talk to him just 1 second. We're going to let him get back around and make sure the pit stops are all that good stuff is done. But he is your pole or stage 1 winner. We'll have our next stage around lap 50. As he catches the back end of the Ford Mustang pace car. should be seeing these guys come to pit road this time as they work out of turn 3. Here they come. Did have one car stay out. Austin Isler going to stay out and lead one lap. And Lucky Dog appears to be going to Brandon Young, who's now 3 laps down. Race off pit road. Rabiati gonna. There's a lot of 2-tire changes there. He was being one of them. What I want to do now is bring in Alex Huffman, winner of stage number 1. You found me? Hey, Alex, you got a copy? Alex Huffman.
Hello?
Oh, there he is. Got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, winner of that stage. Race is kind of weird, man. We're seeing a lot of cars fan out 4 or 5 wide. You're able to keep your car clean, and right now you're running inside the top 5. You think you got a good piece right now?
Oh, yeah, I think I got a good piece. I wouldn't have won that stage if Zach didn't give me that shove down that front stretch going into turn 1. That was a hell of a shot, and I don't know how I held on to it going in there with how crazy these cars get up on that high groove, though.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the draft with this package here because we haven't really seen it, this season. It's the first time we got to see it. How big of an issue or how big of a, I guess we can say, difference is that playing compared to years past?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to break away from the field when you're out front, and it's a little bit hectic. I mean, the runs you can get are a lot bigger when you have somebody pushing you, that's for sure. But when you're one car behind, you got to try to do all you can to make every little bit of run you can get count, that's for sure.
Well, man, I know how hard you've been trying to get that win, so go out there and give it everything you got and see if you can get it tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to hope to break that string of second places in these.
For sure, man. Good luck, and we'll be watching for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was Alex Huffman, winner of stage number 1, and like he mentioned, or like we mentioned, he's got numerous, and when I say numerous, he's got a few second place finishes and runner-up finishes in this season, or this series. And very good driver. I mean, I can't, there's a reason why he's the points leader. But still, unable to get that win. 4 top 5s, finished second 3 times out of the last 3 races. Second at Iowa, second at Dover, second at Rockingham. Did have a 12th finish, oh God, back at Atlanta, and finished 4th back at Daytona. And here's what's interesting. I feel like at Iowa he let that one slip. He led 72 laps out of the 120. Okay. Dover, he didn't lead any laps. However, he finished second. Rockingham, he only led 1 lap and finished second. So there is that, I don't want to say inconsistency by any means, but there is that where he doesn't lead a ton of laps. However, tonight he is leading laps, and he has won this stage. So we'll see how it all plays out. His average finish right now is a 4.40. 5 starts, 4 top 5s, and only 1 outside the top 10. So we'll see how this goes for him. 510 laps completed with 104 laps led so far this season. And last couple races he's been clean, man. He's had 0 incidences at Rockingham, only 4 at Dover, and 0 at Iowa. And of course Atlanta, he had quite a few, but Daytona is Daytona. So yeah, very good driver, so we'll just have to wait and see. I know he wants that win pretty bad. He sounded a little bit disheartened last week when he wasn't able to get it. So I'm anxious for next week, man. These guys head to Sonoma. And for anybody out there at road races, everybody knows that place is very tough anyway because it's a unique road course. I'm anxious to see some of these road guys that normally run road. See if they have a chance to get up there and win. Here we go. Pace car about to pull off here in just a few moments. Rabiotti, Dustin Swingle up on the front row. John Houston, remember John led quite a few laps here in this race. Sitting in third right now, and that black number 677, and Alex Huffman, stage 1 winner. Going to be starting in fourth, and Zachary Latimer. A lot of good, fast guys here that can walk out of here with this win tonight. Once again, guys, give me your thoughts. Who's going to pick up the victory here tonight for all this? It's been very interesting. Here we go. Coming through turn 2. Rabiotti going to lead us back to the green flag here on lap number 30. Coming to 31. Pace car about to drop off. We're going to go high up in the air. Watch this restart. Okay. Stack up on that inside. We're going to have to be careful. There may be some penalties issued out. I'm not sure. 3 wide for second place. Here comes that 31. Zachary Lattimore. Close racing between them, Dustin Swingle and John Houston. Here comes Tommy Galson. He's looking to take over third place now from John Houston. Down Long Pond straightaway. 3 wide right there is Alex Huffman trying to make that. I hear a car wrecking, not sure. And caution flag once again as multiple cars involved. Spencer Madden hasn't had the best night. Him and Austin Instorm making contact here. Not entirely sure what this was about, but you all be the judge. Looks like the 88 went to go low, and the 6 going to put a block on. And then the 88 came back up and making contact. I think this is going to end a couple of these guys' knots. Spencer Madden already on pit road. 88 going to hit pit road. And we'll see how this all plays out here in just a few moments for some of these guys. You don't know anything about SRCA. Okay, the 27 just got killed. Not sure what. They are wrecking multiple cars behind them. Darren Bruce was. What happened? Catching the back of the field, and what happened here? All right, and then another car checked up. He spun. Wow. Alright, well, that ain't what Bruce needed. And I think that was Tyler Ashley that also got hit in the back end from checking up. Oh, he just got into the back of Jonathan Roberts. Wow. Alright, well, it'll be an interesting week. As cars faking, staying out. We got 2 cars committing to it, and definitely going to have cars towards the back end coming in to fix that damage. Bruce coming in as well. So yeah, this is why I don't like Pocono. It's not the most funnest place to have under cautions. So please just bear with me as we work out some of these cautions. We're working caution number 5 here around Pocono after wreck incident between the 88 and the 6 of Spencer Madden happened towards the back end of this field. It looked like the 6 went for a block, and unfortunately the 88 could not come up quick enough or make contact with him as the block was about to happen. So if you guys are curious, SRCA has been around, established back in 2017, sanctioned and body, owned by Matt Jackson. That's a good guy. You can see him race here weekly. Not here tonight, I don't think. I haven't seen him in here tonight. Managed by several others as well. But they run NASCAR series, as I mentioned, about open wheel and road series, as I mentioned. They are possibly looking to start a dirt league. Once again, if you guys do decide to start a dirt league, please let me know, because I'm anxious to broadcast one of them. I haven't got to broadcast really a lot of dirt races. Here and there I have, but the Elmore GRC or the trophy trucks, for guys that don't know, trophy trucks about to come out. And if you haven't seen it, commercial, I will get that for you all. We'll have that up for you before hopefully the next caution I'll get it up and I'll show you. It'll be a full screen commercial, that way, you know, you guys can see it. They got a lot of, oh my goodness, they got a lot of cool things coming out very soon. Rumor has it that they're going to be actually adding green white checkers in. I hope so. That would be awesome. And if that's the case, then we'll be able to see that soon, because June, not far from being here. That's when they're supposed to have it in the June build. So fingers crossed that we'll get to see that. The pace lights should be going off on the pace car. There it is. Set to go back green here on lap number 35. We are over halfway. 5 cautions, 4 actually. One was because of the stage end. I racing don't have stages, so I'm actually okay with that. Even though I'm a fan of stages, I just don't like it on iRacing, like where they would have it built in, I guess. Alrighty, here we go. Working through the tunnel turn. Waiting on the pace car to drop down. These restarts have been wild. Last time, the inside road really didn't get going like it wanted to. We still had 22 drivers running this race. Green flag back out. Here again at Pocono. As Robbie going to be able to cross the start-finish line first. Remember, he got that black flag earlier. Had a penalty at the start of the race. Restart too early. Or started the race too early. Oh, contact between the leaders. This is going to cause some problems. 47 of Schwingel's going to go around. And multiple cars are going to be in this one. The big one at Pocono. A lot of the favorites was taken out. And not all got a severe damage. This all started with the 47 of Dustin Schwingle. It actually happened a little bit before this. Right here in the turn one, it was him and the 31 and the 6 or John Houston got into it, and that caused this. Wow. So what we're going to do, guys, we'll take a commercial break. I want to get that rally trucks thing. 24 laps to go, by the way. But we're going to get a rally trucks thing up for y'all to see if you haven't seen it yet. It's pretty awesome. We'll be right back. Back to SRCA Sim Racers Club of America. Hope you all enjoyed that little tidbit for the rally trucks coming out in June. We'd love to see something like that. Mirror M. About to go green flag as we got some cars coming on pit road. Like the idea, go ahead and come down. At the moment, we have 18 cars actually running. No, we still got more than that. I apologize. We got 22 still running. believe we will be doubling back up. This time we will. $20 laps to go when we hit the line. Basically, we got a shootout. This will not take long, pending cautions. Once again, people that don't know, these guys will leave Pocono and head to the great state. Never mind. It'll go to California at Sonoma after we leave Pocono next week for the season's first road course race. Love Sonoma though. Fun track, especially in the Cup cars. Very anxious to see how this plays out. Be heading there though, and then from there we'll head to Michigan on the 27th of May. In Talladega, we'll kick off the week of June, which will where you might see our first green-white checker, or it either comes out that day or the next day. I'm not really sure if it comes out the 3rd or the 4th, but either way, we'll be seeing it here soon. And then trucks, as I mentioned, this Friday, Richmond, and then from there they go to Sonoma, and then Canadian Tire on the 31st, and then Talladega as well on the 7th. Then Eldora. Can't wait for that. That's fun. I'm actually very intrigued by the truck schedule. About to go back green. Pace car is going to pull in, and we are green flag once again here with Robbie leading us down to the straightaway, trying to break any kind of draft that these guys can get behind him. You see him weaving back and forth. Going to allow Zachary Latimer. He's going to get to the inside of this number 9 car. Shade is taking over the track as well. Real fast look at the weather. Track temp down to 72 degrees here in Pocono. He do not count out Alex Huffman. Finished second the last 3 races in a row. He's now pushing for second. Right behind leader Zachary Latimer coming out of turn number 2. Side by side, Robbie Oddie trying to hold on to this second place. He's going to have the higher line. Caution flag once again is going to come out. Landon Deerold making contact. Oh, okay. With 54. Okay, I'm not really quite sure. We need to get another look at this one before I get my 2 cents on it. Brandon Young was 3 laps down. This is where I could have a problem with this. We'll see. Guys, be the judge. It looked to me like he was trying to make the corner, but at the same time, I don't know. Let me look inside of this. Hold on. Huh. One more look at in-car because I'm trying to see something. Yeah, I don't know. That's a close one. You all can be the judge of it, but I don't know. Brandon Young may have a little bit of explaining to do on that one. Remember, he was multiple laps down. Now, he could have been turning for the turn, but unfortunately, it's going to take Landon Deerold out of this race. As pit road is going to be open. Oh, weird. This race is kind of all over the place right now, guys. It's Got Demarius Hickenbottom staying out on old tires, 15 lap tires to be exact, going to try to get to the stage win. And it may not be a bad call with the cautions we're seeing. I mean, why not go ahead and do it now? This is the most cautions these guys have had all season long, I do believe. So it's kind of surprising. I think with this new package, it's just one of them races that a lot of people did not expect this. I know I did. I'm going to be honest. Well, Hickenbottom trying to pick up the first stage win this season.
Car wound up on the top side and drove right by him, dang near.
I was taking a peek to see who was winning the greatest show on virtual dirt, the iRacing Dirt Series. About to double up here in just a couple of moments though. Or should be anyway. Just so everybody know that, let me look here. Let me give you a rundown. Demarius Hickenbottom, 16 lap tires. Tyler, now we had caution, so keep that in mind. Tyler Ashley, 9 lap tires at 83 when we start second. Christopher Lewis, 6 lap tires. John Houston, 6 lap tires. Jonathan Roberts, 6 lap tires. Darren Bruce, 4 lap tires. And from 6th on back, that's Alex Huffman, Robbie Oddie, and all these other guys, 1 lap tires or just now exiting the pit. So, you guys can, I'm not personally a big fan of this starting, 6. Maybe a couple of them I think will be okay, but we've seen it earlier in the race. Now the track is a little bit cooler from where we started at, of course. 72 from 92, so track definitely cooler, but I'm still not a huge fan of standing out on these older lap tires. Now it could work being the amount of cautions we've had. It definitely could work. And who is that? Darren Bruce going to go ahead and come to pit road. I'd like to call for him to go ahead and come down. Definitely not going to hurt. He pits from the 6th position, so that's going to move everybody up from behind him a spot. We'll see how this plays out. Pace lights are going to be out on the Ford Mustang pace car. Working through turn number 2, the tunnel turn here at Talladega. here at Pocono. This track unique, of course, with its 3 turns. I'm not sure if anybody knows, but very distinction a lot in these turns. What is it, Dover, I believe, is one of the turns. Indianapolis, another one. I'm not sure if that was quite true, but anyway, get ready to go back green. And we're green flag. And by the way, it was Trenton Speedway in turn 1, Indianapolis in turn 2, and Milwaukee Mile turn 3 is the distinction between other tracks. A contact a little bit further back. That was with a 31, and it looked like Spencer Madden made some contact back through there. Going to be okay. Battle going to be for that top spot. Damaris Hickenbottom holds it. We've had 4 laps. And Tyler Ashley wants it. He's looking to the inside, trying to get this number 1 spot. And 3 wide. Robbie Yachty looking to make it 3 wide into turn 3. This is probably not going to work out. And it does so far. Block being put on at 22. Andrew Cardinale. And he's going to put it in the grass. And we're going to stay green. And a spin and a caution comes out once again. Christopher Lewis made contact. Some other guys went down pit road. Did he have help? The 13, or did he just get loose? Oh, 13 may have helped him around here. I believe it was we'll put that on a 13, but 31 was going to be close, and I think he went up to try to avoid that, and that's what caused the wreck to happen. It looks like Darren Bruce got involved, and Brandon Nelson was also involved here. So this may actually work out for Damaris Hickenbottom. He's able to hold on to that lead. Almost coming out pit road with 3rd place. Tyler Ashley going to jump back out and not hit pit road. Andrew Cardinale hitting pit road. Victor Valley hitting pit road. Michael Overstreet, Justin Winters, Dustin Schwingle all hit pit road for this round of pit stops. Welcome back, Pocono Raceway SRCA Lightning Cup Championship. Anybody interested in joining iRacing, join now. $5 for 3 months, including a free car. Use code PR-GRC and get you a free car. Plus, of course, you come with some basic tracks and cars as well. You'll all start off in street stocks if you're on the oval side of things. Race a couple of street stocks, and that pretty fun. Not gonna lie, it's pretty fun. I love just rookie street stocks at one point. It was a blast. Some of my funnest times ever happened there. But yeah, make sure if you want to join, PR-GRC. A lot of special events coming up on iRacing. Got the Indianapolis 500 coming up here. Is it this weekend, I believe? It is this weekend. The Indianapolis 500. I won that last year. Look forward to being back in that. Then May 31st and June 2nd, the 24-hour Le Mans. Looking forward to running that one. And then June 21st and 23rd, 6 hours at the Glen. A lot of special events still left to run this season. Pace lights are off on the Ford Mustang pace car. We are down to just 10 laps to go once we hit the yellow flag, or once we hit the stripe. If I'm not mistaken, Demetrius Hickenbottom is going to win that stage, I believe, because this right here will end stage 2 as well, and we'll take the green flag for our final stage. So appears that he will win this stage. First stage win for him. Sonoma next week for these guys. Road course racing and the cup cars. Keep in mind, only 2 Fords actually running this race. Demetrius Hickenbottom is one, and it is Spencer Madden, the second Ford. I believe we're going to be adding a new Ford Mustang as well to this series in a couple weeks. Probably see a couple new Fords out on the track. Bunch of Chevys out here though, only one Toyota. Pace car about to drop in. And we're about to go back green flag race here once again. Pace cars in. Green flag is back out in the air. And there may be a penalty, because Rabiati got to the start finish line before the leader. Gonna be interested. There was a penalty on him last time for doing that. We'll see if that's the case here as well. Meanwhile, back here, Tommy Gossett going to big run on the outside. Going to get a little block right in front of him. Big trouble once again. Hood's going to fly off the car. Big wreck. Multiple cars. I think only like 3 or 4 cars are going to survive this. Everybody was in and out. And Tommy's had enough. He's done went to the garage. And I don't know what happened here. It's happened right here, coming off turn 2, and it appears that John Houston, good job out of 13 of getting out of that one. Trying to see, it looked like John Houston made contact. Yep, right there with a 31. And then from there, it was just more chaos. Stage 1 winner Alex Huffman involved. Unfortunately for him, not going to be able to keep that streak alive with top 3 finishes, top 2 finishes, really. Once again, I'll look at the big one. Happening here at Pocono. We'll get one more look at it from on board Nate Stewart's car, who was able to drive through this mess. This package, man, is just everybody tore up right now. Don't know how he was able to make it through that. And then this right here just scrapes the wall just a little bit. And Right here, you can see the carnage behind him he drove through. Oof. Riding on board with the one car. There's nowhere to go. And even more damage. He was actually okay at first. And then that happened. I'm not sure what happened right there. It looked like maybe somebody got him in the rear as well. After, I'm not quite sure. Oh, it just went around. Wow. Man, he's unparked in the garage. He's had enough of it, and this is going to take everybody out of this race. We're going to be very short on cars. I'm only seeing, still cars out there running, but multiple cars with damage. And I would hate to be in a lot of these guys' shoes. This has been a yellow-field race. You know, this was only a 65-lap race. And caution number 9 comes out. This is the most cautions we've had all season long. 9 lead changes, 9 cautions. And I know these guys are a little bit different with this package. And there's been people that said they didn't really like it. Could be a reason why. And unfortunately, they take out a lot of good race cars, including last week's winner, Tommy Gossett. And what's interesting about this is really going to shake up the entire standings. Alex Huffman came in here with the lead over Brian Swafford, who we haven't spoke about, by the way, who's running second now. And Alex Huffman is in pit road, back showing in 10th, but we're not sure if that's going to stay there or not. We'll just have to wait and see. And of course, Victor Volley, another one of them drivers, got some damage in that. He's showing back in 9th place now with quite a bit of damage. Tommy Gossett, Tyler Ashley got taken out as well. He's done called it quits. He was 5th. Sterling Smith, Cody Dempster, who's not in here. Actually, Sterling Smith, don't see him in here tonight as well. So shake up at the points probably incoming. Looking at Robbie's car though, he got quite a bit of damage. Trying to see the car that don't have the most damage. It could be your winner. Jonathan Roberts looking pretty good. There's probably the car that's got the least amount of damage and fresh tires. Hickenbottom's got a little bit of jacked up nose as well. Schwingel's not horrible. Overstreet, well, you've been the judge of that one. The 7 of Victor Valley and multiple cars on pit road. A lot of cars without hoods tonight. Interesting. So I don't see really one car in here that don't have damage. Nate Stewart's got a slight bit of damage. That's probably the best that we see. Once again, guys, these guys usually don't have these kind of races. It's just, I don't know what it is causing these tonight. It's just one of them things. The pace lights are about to flip off on that Ford Mustang pace car before we go back racing. And going to have just a few laps left. They switch off, they will. So we're going to have 5 laps to go. And from the looks of it, next flag will end this race. And if I'm a betting man, you may have to put it back on Nate Stewart, who has the least amount of damage. Robbie's got quite a bit. The back spoiler of that car, so I'm not sure how that car is going to drive. The 3, Brian Swafford, dirty car. Not horrible. Not sure about the heat inside the car. As far as temperature goes, we can't see it in there, unfortunately. I wish we could see that, but Jonathan Roberts doesn't have the most damage as well. A little bit on that right front. And then you got the 13 of Nate Anderson. And right there, maybe the cleanest car, him and Dustin Schwingle. We'll see how all this is going to play out for these guys. Been a wild and crazy race, and we're coming down to the final laps for the Sim Racers Club of America Pocono event. Definitely going to be some interesting comments after this race, I'm sure. Robbie trying to pick up a win here. If I'm not mistaken, he does not have a win yet this season in the Cup cars. He does in the trucks, but not the Cup Series. He's only had 2 starts, however. Pace car about to pop down pit road. We're going to get one more chance at this thing. Green flag. Back out. Trying to see who's getting the biggest run. Right now it is 3rd place. Jonathan Roberts with a huge run. A little bit of blinking issues. That'll be okay. Coming through turns 1 and 2. Here comes 13 and Nate Stewart now as well. Remember, his car looked really clean. Guys really can't afford another caution, so they got to be extra careful not to get that. Roberts on that inside, able to still hold on to 3rd. We'll see. Here they go. This 3 car, Brian Swafford, is running down Robbie Yachty as we work through turns number 3. Robbie got a really good exit there off turn 3. We'll see if he's able to stay out in front. The 13 car, Nate Stewart, puts a pass on Jonathan Roberts. Zachary Lattimore as well, trying to do the same. Working out of turn number 1. Great look at the damaged cars out on track. Multiple cars with that damage. Pass for 2nd. Nate Stewart going to take it away. Fastest car, the least damaged car, may be the one to win this thing, which would be a huge win for Stewart. Coming in here. Back, where is he at in the standings? If he's able to hold this, that is. He's got to be able to get up here and pass him first. He is back in 20th in points. This could be an absolute huge give to that 13 team. Last time by, 3/10 faster. So Robbie's going to be happy to hope for a caution here. I think Nate may be able to get around him. And a lot of fresh tires left on that 13 car. 6 laps difference in tires. And he is there. Out of turn 2. We stay green. Through turns 3. And he's going to have that draft. 2 laps to go at the line. We got a car slow. Justin Winters. Slow on the backstretch. Oh no! Robbie going to turn down, and we'll see. Nate Stewart's going to be your leader. Let's see what happened. Hold on. Robbie tried to put the block on and turned too late. Down on top of the 13 car. You see? Okay, the 13, or Robbie definitely came down a little bit there. And we'll see how this all plays out. I'm not sure what the race control will do on this. But Nate Stewart is showing your leader with Brian Swafford and Jonathan Roberts in the lead. as the white flag going to be displayed here for Stewart. May pick up his first career win this season. Was back in 20th in points. Has only one top 10. Could be used for him and his whole team. Picked up our 21st last week, or a couple weeks ago at Dover, 22nd at Atlanta, and 9th place at Daytona. Let's see where Robbie gets placed. Is he in front of Nate Stewart? We'll have to wait and see. Here he comes. Oh, he's moving with the head of steam, so he's going to probably pass a couple cars, I do believe. And he's going to go to the outside. Is he looking for him? He's up to fourth, third. And showing some displeasure, I do believe. Showing some displeasure, I believe. Robbie not too happy with what happened. A little bit of a bump put on. But he did the right thing. You show your displeasure. You don't have to turn him. I mean, that's the way it goes. Robbie going to fall back. And I'm sure there's words being said. But I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't see Nate Stewart really do anything wrong. I think he went for the pass. Robbie just came down for the block, and unfortunately he was there. I think Robbie would probably see the same once he actually looks at it. But Nate Stewart is going to cross the finish line, and he's going to pick up his first ever win here in Sim Racers Club of America, as Brian Swaffer going to finish in second, and Jonathan Roberts will finish P number 3. Winner tonight is going to go to Nate Stewart. Started back in 7th. Great run. Was able to keep his car clean all night. Pick up the win at Mountain Dew Chevrolet. We're going to talk to him in just a few moments. Hopefully, anyway. I'm sure he's in here. Is he in here? He is. So we'll talk to him here in just a moment. As he works through turn 3. He's going to go up to the start and finish line and burn this down. Congratulations, a big win for Nate Stewart in that Chevrolet, picking up his first career win here, and I believe that will lock him into the chase here for the SRCA Lightning Cup Series Championship. Bring him in and talk to him. Nate Stewart, the man of the hour. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
Man, congratulations first off. You was able, and I'll get your thoughts on the whole thing that happened at the end in a few moments, but you was able to basically keep your car more cleaner than these other guys, and was able, with them tires, able to actually, it looked like you had the fastest car at the end, and was able to get around Robbie to win this race. Talk us through your night.
I mean, it was an up and down night just like everyone else had. I started off, you know, I had pretty good pace, didn't qualify on pole like I wanted to or anything. Worked my way up through the field. I had a few bumping incidents with some cars, but that's just racing, and especially with this new draft package and stuff. And then I stayed out late in stage 1 to try to get the stage win, but it just didn't work out because I had it up until like turn 2 on the last lap of the stage and fell back to like 4th or 5th, I think it was. Then after that, I went through wrecks and even got involved in a couple ones after getting trapped a lap down, but I was able to keep my car relatively more clean than everyone else. And then coming up to the last lap, I knew I was faster than Robbie, so coming up to 2 to go, my bad. I knew I was faster than Robbie, so I made the move down the front straight with the draft, and I hate that it ended that way, but I mean, he just came down. It's a racing deal, in my opinion.
Yeah, and from what I've seen, that's exactly what I've seen as well. He came down a little bit when you had the bigger run, so that's what I've seen as well. But man, this has got to be like a big weight lifted off your shoulders. Now, you was back in 20th in points, haven't had the greatest of season that you wanted, coming here to Pocono, and it's definitely, I wouldn't call it an upset because you did qualify in 7th place by any means, but you was able to come in here and beat a lot of these guys we see up front, you know, for the most part every week, and that's got to be like a huge weight lifted off your shoulders now that you know you can come in here and compete and get these wins.
Yeah, it definitely is a pretty big weight lifted off my shoulders because at Daytona, I placed second in the stage and then ended up getting wrecked on the last lap and stuff. Finished at the end, finished like back end of the top 10 or whatever, just outside of it. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Went to Atlanta, got wrecked out, and then Iowa, I missed, and Rockingham I missed, and there's some other race in there that I'm forgetting, but I probably missed it too. I mean, I'm kind of running on a part-time schedule, but now that I know I have the chance to win and stuff, I'm definitely looking forward to running the rest of the season.
Yeah, man, and next week don't get no easier. We head to Sonoma. How do you feel about taking these cars to a road course?
Oh, that is my niche right there. Because, I don't know, like, I'm bad at road racing and road cars. I'm mediocre at over racing. But for some reason, put me in a stock car in a road course, and, I mean, I can keep up with the likes of Aaron Smith and them. Road courses and stock cars is definitely probably my best thing on iRacing.
That might be a threat to everybody else, man, because if you're able to keep your car clean, we'll probably see you up front again, man. Congratulations on a big win tonight. That's a huge win. Any shout-outs you want to give out?
Yeah, I just want to thank the admins of this league for putting it on and stuff. I want to thank my 2 design companies that I work with, V2 Design, who Victor Valley is the owner of. He's in this league and stuff. He's one of the admins. And then DJ Harris Designs. They design my trucks and got a couple of cut paint schemes on the way that you guys will be seeing later in the season. Mountain Dew, the U.S. Air Force, Axalta, the University of Kentucky, and all of them. And then I want to thank you guys for putting on, for broadcasting this race and the rest of the season and such.
Man, good job tonight. Big win. Congratulations.
All right, thank
Thanks
you.
a lot,
Have a good
buddy.
night.
You too. Next up, we'll bring in Brian, who finished in 2nd place. Definitely not the winner tonight, but able to still walk out of here with the top 2. Brian, you got a copy? Hey, Brian, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, 2nd place tonight. You started way back in the field. Overall, you got to be somewhat satisfied with 2nd place.
Oh, yeah, I was just racing for points. I know I didn't have the winning car there.
Yeah, I was getting ready to ask you about points. You came in here, well, you were 2nd in points. You was 79 points. Alex Huppen didn't have the greatest night after what happened. He did win the stage, however, but you know, you come in here 2nd place. Is that mainly what you're trying to do now, is just make sure you're able to try to get stage wins and points and all that, because you're going to be locked into the chase already?
Absolutely. I'm newer to this than most of these guys, so I'm still learning. I'm just taking my time, and then early in the races I'm trying to start near the back and just watch what everybody else does and try to stay out of trouble, really.
Yeah, and tonight was an up and down night for a lot of these guys, so you was able to walk out of here with a top 5 finish. Definitely a good thing. Now, I asked the same question to Nate a minute ago. Next week, a different type of race. We head to Sonoma Raceway in our first road course. How do you feel about heading to Sonoma?
I don't feel good at all about it because I'm not a road racer at all. I'll be the first to admit that. But I'm going to practice my butt off all week and see what we can do.
Oh man, you was fast tonight, and unfortunately didn't get to win, but still 2nd place after where you started. It's got to kind of feel like that, I guess we could say. But congratulations. Any shout outs you want to give out?
Yeah, Team Noors, Cody, Justin, Robert, and Travis. Thanks to my sponsors, Covertop Computers, and appreciate you all broadcasting. It was really good and really good race here tonight. I hate that we had as many cautions, but hopefully clean it up next week.
Yeah, man, this package is weird. I was kind of surprised by it too. But good run tonight. Congratulations.
Thanks, sir. Have a good night.
Buddy. You too. Move him back down. We'll bring in Justin Roberts, who got to feel good as well. He definitely had a chance to win this thing, finishing in 3rd place. Hey, Justin, you got a copy?
Yeah, it's Jonathan. I got you.
Man, or Jonathan. Well, I don't know why I said Justin. What am I looking at? Anyway, I think I said Dustin and got it confused. Anyway, finishing in 3rd place tonight, man. And honestly, I mentioned you right there at the end of the broadcast. It looked like it was really between you and Nate. It looked like you two had one of the fastest cars, being it was the most cleanest car out on track, you and him. Overall, you satisfied with 3rd?
Oh, yeah. I was pretty satisfied, especially the way the race went tonight. We had it got pretty aggressive at times.
Right.
And it was just one of those nights.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. We've seen, I keep hearing the package, and me personally, I think that's what we've seen. Why we've seen so many cautions, because this package is making this race very weird, especially here because we haven't ran it here before. Is that what you think, honestly, was the cause of a lot of these wrecks we was able to see? Because there was some wrecks that really is unexplainable.
Oh yeah, a lot of times tonight I almost caused a few wrecks myself, just because, especially in turn 2, you can hold that wide open if you drive it right, and that's the way I planned on. That's the way I practiced. And if you come in wide open, but the guy in front of you checks up a little bit, it's a recipe for disaster in these cars.
Yeah, highest finish of the season for you so far. Of course, you've only raced this year now, your third race, Rockingham last week and Dover the week before, and you come in here and you finish third. It's got to be a lot of momentum heading into next week at Sonoma. I'm not sure how you feel about that place, but you got to be carrying a little bit of momentum on your side, you would think, heading into that place.
Yeah, to be honest with you, road courses are not my cup of tea. I've been practicing a little bit for it already.
Right.
I'm hoping to squeak out a top 10. That's my goal.
Yeah, I feel like I'm hearing a lot of guys say that. I feel like if you could just survive, you'll definitely have a good finish. So, yeah, man, third place tonight. Any shout-outs you want to give out before we head on out of here?
Yeah, I have a few, actually. Chris Lewis, the team motor of TI Racing. Can't thank him enough for putting this all together for us. And then my truck sponsor, who I'll be running Friday, actually, Asheville Rooftop Bar Tours. Those guys are great. They, whether I run their paint or not, they always got a hand in every race I pull. And
Awesome.
I can't thank Kay enough for, letting me run her stuff.
Awesome, and we'll make sure we get a good picture of that Friday and stuff and get you more on the broadcast since you're going to be running a special paint for that. So make sure you all tune in Friday. You'll be able to see him run. Jonathan, good run tonight, man. Congratulations on third place.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, buddy. That was Jonathan Roberts picking up his career best, finished third. So we had a bunch of different things actually happen tonight. We had a new winner, and Nate Stewart picked up his first win, and Jonathan Roberts his first top 5 this season. Now, this is only his third race in here, so it's very interesting to see where it takes him. Well, my thoughts on the race, guys, 10 cautions, one of them being because of stage in. 10 lead changes. And here's my thoughts. Everybody knows when I broadcast, I'm always honest about a lot of things. Now, I know a lot of these wrecks was due to the package. I think that at times we've seen way too over-aggressive racing early. I know that Robbie's not the happiest right now. He finished back in 11th. My personal opinion, at the last wreck right there, I think he came down, and I know once he probably sees the replay, he'll see what he did as well. But, I think a lot of it was racing accidents. I think a lot of it had to do with this package. I'm a fan of the package, but at the same time, when seeing certain races like this one, it makes you not a fan of it. And because, we try to put on a good broadcast. They try to put on a good race for the broadcast and stuff like that, sponsors and all that. So, unfortunately, that tends to happen from time to time. I mean, like I said, this is the highest cautions they've had all season. It's definitely going to be down next week with the road course, but once we head back to Oval, I don't expect it to be, any higher, or it'll probably get back down to where we know it can be. So, definitely not the greatest that we've ever seen. Definitely not the worst by any means. But, yeah, that's just my thoughts on everything. I hope everybody enjoyed the broadcast. We'll be back on Friday. I'll be back on Friday for the SRCA Super Truck Challenge. Hope everybody has a great night. Take care. God bless.